Week 6 in the murder trial for Alex Murdaugh is underway in Walterboro as the defense is expected to wrap up their case today. Our Greg Adeline is live in Walterboro this afternoon to explain what's left in this case. Good afternoon, Greg.
Well, good afternoon to you, Intisar. We expect the final witnesses for the defense to take the stand this afternoon, and perhaps the defense could be wrapping up their case as soon as this afternoon or possibly even early tomorrow as they call those final witnesses. But the big news today was the news that came from the bench earlier on. Judge Newman talking about a visit to Moselle for these jurors. The jurors will be able to go and visit the crime scene where these murders happened June the 7th, 2021, where Paul and Maggie Murdaugh were killed. Jurors will be accompanied by law enforcement for that trip. The trip could happen as early as today, perhaps, but more likely tomorrow. We're still waiting for an exact time as to when it'll happen. The prosecution didn't seem warm to that idea, but the defense requested that visit. Judge Newman ruled that he will allow it. In the meantime, the defense today calling their final 3 witnesses, including a forensic pathologist, their own expert, who testified that Paul was hit with a contact shotgun blast, something that a previous witness, Dr. Reamer for the state, said did not happen. Now, it's important to note that this witness is paid $5,500 for his testimony today. He has collected a total of $10,000 from the defense for his analysis and testimony. But let's get back to that Moselle visit. Jurors will not be allowed in the house. They can't take any photos, and there won't be any explanations or presentations out there by either side. Just simply a chance for jurors to visit and observe and rely on prior testimony to draw any conclusions that they might have. Here's Judge Newman explaining his decision earlier on.
If either side wants a jury view, the court will arrange a jury view, and the court will go. The lawyers may go if you want to go. Of course, there are so many lawyers. That's a mammoth team in of itself. And I can advise the jury as part of the going to the scene that the certain things may not be the same as they were 2 years ago.
So again, back out here live, the defense expected to wrap up their case possibly as soon as today, and then we expect the prosecution to call a few rebuttal witnesses before closing arguments start. We're expecting closing arguments to begin possibly as early as Wednesday. But also there was news on Friday, as we reported, that Alex Murdaugh faces an additional misdemeanor charge reportedly related to contraband. We're working to get more details on that to find out some of the specifics on that, but information a little tough to come by as there are concerns about how this could impact the current proceeding that we're watching play out. Alex Murdaugh on the bench today, sitting in the defendant's chair and getting emotional at times, listening to that forensic pathologist give his take on what happened. We'll have a full wrap-up of that testimony for you on later editions of WIS News 10. But for now, we are live in Colleton County. Greg Adeline, WIS News 10.
Thanks, Greg. And if you want to watch the trial live, you can do so on our website at WISTV.com. You can also download the WIS News 10 app or watch it on our streaming platforms, including YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV.